Welcome to Ignite 2020, and thank you for joining today's session, Stop Managing Compliance with Spreadsheets. My name is Liz Walker, and my colleague Hamad and I are excited to show you how our compliance solutions can help you simplify and extend compliance beyond Microsoft 365. Customer feedback is of utmost importance as we think about our product investments. And we've heard you loud and clear. Managing compliance is complicated, and you need us to make it simple. Integration with your existing ecosystem is a must, and you need us to make our compliance solutions extensible. And your organization has unique needs, and you need us to provide solutions that are adaptable to any environment. In fact, let's see how our compliance solutions helped Frost Bank quickly adapt to a remote work environment and drive impact in the Texas community.
Frost is a 152-year-old bank. It's very traditional. They pride themselves on making sure processes in place were built to help service the customer.
Being a financial institution, we really have to pay a lot of attention to security and compliance. So luckily, we have done a lot of due diligence ahead of COVID with Microsoft.
With COVID, we knew we had to move fast. We had to find a platform that didn't sacrifice security and compliance, but allowed us to be agile. Our goal wasn't really to solve for one problem, but also scale and grow. It was an easy decision to switch to Microsoft Teams because it met the needs of not just our users, but our compliance, security, and our regulators. Compliance is one of the most complex parts of banking.
Using Compliance Manager helped us gain clarity around how the different regulations were interpreted. It took the mystery out of compliance for us. I was easily able to export all of the control items and were able to very quickly turn up the compliance needle in a matter of 10 business days.
When PPP loans came out, one of the things that we recognized is that the traditional process would not work. We started exploring automation. We used Teams as a way to collaborate. What we found in day one of our process is we actually closed over 3,000 loans.
That's what our customers wanted. They wanted that call at 8 p.m. or midnight to say, hey, we've got you, your loan's approved. When you compare to what we thought we were going into with 900 million being our target based on the size of our bank, we actually exceeded that by hitting $3.3 billion in loans approved.
It's really gratifying when at the end of the day, you step back and see how many small businesses Frost helped stay in business. Frost is Texas and Texas is Frost.
With the pandemic, Frost Bank, like many other organizations, had to quickly pivot to a remote work environment and needed to choose a solution that was not only secure and compliant, but also easy to adopt and agile. As Frost Bank mentioned in the video, Compliance Manager took the mystery out of regulatory compliance for us. And with the confidence that Teams was a safe and compliant solution, their team was able to get situated remotely in the matter of a week, empowering the bank to process $3.3 billion in PPP loans, which was well above their target and that of much larger national bank institutions. As many of you help your organizations manage compliance, privacy, and risk, you must experience a lot of similar challenges every day at work. According to an annual report about the cost of compliance, there are more than 220 updates per day from 1,000 regulatory bodies all over the world. That's a lot. And it's certainly overwhelming to keep up to date with all these changes and the evolving compliance landscape. In the risk management area, organizations face all kinds of risks. According to research, more than half of organizations view IT and cyber risks as their biggest concerns amongst all the risk areas. This no doubt resonates with the new direction of tightening data protection regulations and increasing customer awareness on the value of their data. And finally, many companies rely on manual and point-in-time assessments like auditing, which go quickly out of date and pose potential risks between assessments. Organizations need a solution that integrate across their systems and provide real-time assessments of their control risks. To address all these challenges, we are excited to announce the general availability of Compliance Manager, which helps you simplify compliance and reduce risks. With intuitive management, Compliance Manager provides easy onboarding and step-by-step control implementation guidance to help organizations know which specific actions they can take to meet their compliance requirements. Compliance Manager also provides access to an assessment library of over 150 plus assessment templates and the ability to create custom templates, allowing you to meet all your unique compliance requirements. And with built-in automation, Compliance Manager helps you keep up to date with the evolving compliance landscape and helps you scale your compliance program across global, industrial, and regional regulations and standards. You can take one action that can help satisfy multiple requirements, saving time and removing duplicative efforts. Now, let's jump in and show you what Compliance Manager is all about. So Compliance Manager sits within the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, which is a specialized workplace for compliance, privacy, risk, and legal professionals. On the left-hand tab, you'll find Compliance Manager, where our compliance journey will begin. Here, we are on the Compliance Manager overview page, where you can easily view and assess your overall compliance posture through this compliance score. At a glance, your compliance score helps you quickly understand your progress in meeting the data protection requirements and regulatory standards that matter most to your organization. Before we jump in, let's quickly break down some terminology. A control is a requirement of a regulation, standard, or policy. An action is an activity that helps implement a control, and an assessment is a grouping of controls from a specific regulation, standard, or policy. By default, Compliance Manager gives me a score based on common regulations and standards, specifically the Microsoft 365 Data Protection Baseline, which is a set of controls that includes key regulations and standards for data protection and general data governance. To the right-hand side of my score, I can see a list of key improvement actions that need attention, showing me top actions I can take to improve my compliance posture and the resulting impact it will have on my score. We know that mapping regulatory compliance to specific actions and continuously tracking updates is challenging for many organizations, so we've done all the hard work for you. Once I take these actions, my score will then update accordingly, and the solution will continuously scan my environment and flag anything additional that needs action. If I want to see my score with regard to a specific solution or regulation, I can hit the filter to adjust the summary view based on the regulations and standards that I want to track for my organization. So for example, let's filter for EU GDPR. And now I can see that my score only includes GDPR controls after I applied the filter. The key improvement actions also only show the actions that can help enhance controls for GDPR compliance. If I scroll down the page, I can also see my score breakdown by category, such as protect information, govern information, manage devices, and this allows me to easily understand the contribution that I'm making towards organizational compliance by category. I can also switch the view to see this by assessments. And here I can see my score breakdown by regulations and standards, including GDPR, NIST, SOC 1, and other industrial and regional compliance requirements. We currently provide more than 150 assessments, helping you make connections between each regulatory requirement and the solutions that can help you enhance your controls and increase your overall score. Now, let's jump in and learn a little bit more about setting up an assessment. So here you can select from our library of over 150 assessments, modify them to suit your needs, or build your own custom assessments to track what's most important for your organization. We can click Add Assessment, and then choose from our selection of 150 plus out-of-the-box templates. For example, CCPA, SOC 1, GDPR. But for this example, let's choose NIST 853. Hit Next. We'll then create a name for our assessment and assign it to the appropriate group. We click Next, quickly review, and create our assessment. It's really just as easy as that. Now, let's drill into our NIST assessment to view control details and testing status. And within this assessment, I can see an overview of the control information. And if I click into the Controls tab and scroll down, I can select a control family. Again, Compliance Manager does all of the hard work for you and maps controls to regulations, something that you might otherwise be spending hours tracking in various Excel spreadsheets. So let's do some quality assurance and search for failed controls to enhance our compliance readiness. And so when I filter for failed controls, I can see that under the identification and authentication, that password-based authentication has failed. If I double-click in, I'm provided with detailed information around this control, as well as recommended improvement actions. Here on the right-hand side, I can see that this action is actually automatically monitored by Microsoft. So we can click in and see all of Microsoft's notes and documentation, as well as all the various controls that this action is applicable to across all of my assessments. Again, saving me time and removing duplicative work. Going back to the control, the failed test status down here shows that my organization has not yet implemented this action, require mobile devices to use a password. So if I click in, I can actually learn more about setting up this policy to implement this control. And I would actually click here right on Launch Now and go through the motions of implementing this action. So here you can see I'm taken directly to the area where this action needs to be taken. Again, really just simplifying the process for me. Alternatively, I could hit the Edit Status to update the control status and assign this action to my colleague to help me implement or assess controls, which really allows me to collaborate across teams. Once my internal auditors or assessors assess the control, he or she can come into Compliance Manager and mark the test status and date, and only actions with the test status as passed will receive points associated with Compliance Manager. So once I save and close this update, I can see that my implementation status and test status have changed and that I've received 27 points. I'm also able to upload evidence, implementation details, test notes, and other supporting documentation attached to this action here on the right-hand side. Again, really just helping me easily collaborate across teams. Now, when I go back to the overview page, I can see that my score has increased from the action that I just implemented and tested. Let's switch gears now and show you where you can create custom assessments, which is here in the Assessment Template tab. If your organization has unique compliance requirements that require additional customization, our custom assessment functionality can be used to help meet your specific compliance needs. The two most common custom assessment scenarios are to add new controls and actions to an existing out-of-the-box assessment template, or to create a brand new assessment template to evaluate your compliance against a specific regulation or use case that we don't support today. Tune into our skilling videos where we'll walk you through the process of actually adding new controls and actions to one of our existing assessment templates in a process that we call extending a template. Now that you understand how Compliance Manager helps translate complicated regulations and standards into simple language, we hope this solution helps your organization simplify compliance and meet your regulatory requirements. We're excited to announce the general availability of Compliance Manager, which comes with enhanced capabilities to help you get started and scale compliance through our library of over 150 out-of-the-box assessment templates. If your organization has unique requirements, you can also create a custom assessment to extend Compliance Manager beyond Microsoft 365, which is a great segue to our next act, extensibility. So with that, I'll pass it off to my colleague, Hamad, who will talk to you about our compliance ecosystem.
Thank you, Liz. My name is Hamad Rajoub. I'm a Director of Product Marketing for Microsoft Compliance Ecosystem. As you heard from Liz earlier on, our customers want and need our compliance platform to be extensible. That's why we have based our approach to building compliance ecosystem on 5 key pillars. These pillars enable you to adapt our solution to meet your unique needs, extend our solution to non-Microsoft data, integrate with third-party systems, accelerate deployment and management at scale, and last but not the least, support your existing investments in third-party security and compliance offerings. And to implement these pillars, today, we are very excited to announce our key investment areas. Number 1, to enable our customers to reason over their entire data landscape, including Microsoft and non-Microsoft systems, we are extending our connector platform and enabling ready-to-use partner-built connectors. We've partnered with GloboNet and Telemessage to deliver 25 ready-to-use connectors at Ignite, and there are many more to come over the next several months. Number 2, to enable system-level integrations, we are doubling down on our investments in APIs. We have exciting news on new Graph APIs, as well as several enhancements in Microsoft Information Protection SDK. Number 3, to meet unique needs of our customers, we are also investing in built-in customizations, such as tenant-level feedback loop for machine learning algorithms, as well as use of Power Automate templates. I'm very excited to share all the great work that the teams at Microsoft and our partners have been doing on data connectors for past several months. First off, all Microsoft and partner-built connectors are now available in a single catalog. Once you know which connector to use, it is super easy to configure it to enable high-fidelity data ingestion. And once ingested, data is available across all compliance solutions, including insider risk management, information governance, communication compliance, and advanced discovery. To demo these capabilities, I have Sam Elbeck, VP of Business Development from Globonet. Welcome to the Ignite, Sam. Please take it away.
Thank you, Hamad. Hello, everyone. As Hamad mentioned, my name is Sam Elbeck, and I'm responsible for the partnership between Microsoft and Globonet. Today, we'll be talking about third-party capture into Microsoft 365, data such as Slack, Zoom, and others as well. So really quick, if you're not familiar with Globonet, we've been around for 20 years, and we're heavily focused on compliance as it relates to data capture, how you archive that data, archiving it for compliance purposes and ease of use. And that's exactly where our partnership with Microsoft comes into play. We focus on archiving and e-discovery for third-party data into the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, data such as email, social, IM, messaging, and whatnot. From the compliance standpoint, we really capture this data to make sure that organizations are compliant for regulations such as CFTC, FINRA, GDPR, and others. And we want to make this as seamless as possible for our customers. And that's where the partnership focuses. We're very excited to announce the general availability of the connectors on your screen today. And these are available for anyone to go ahead and set them up and configure them and capture that data into M365. We will have other connectors that will be announced over the coming months, and we look forward to announcing them together. So if we look at a quick overview of how the flow works today, you would go into the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center and you would click on Data Connectors. Today, we're going to do a quick review of how you would capture Slack data. So you find Slack in the catalog and you would hit View. Over here, you have some high-level info on the prerequisites. You can add connector, and then you will go through the flow of terms of service, naming your connector, step-by-step instructions if needed to configure the connector. And then here you will come to a screen where you can sign into Globonet to complete configuring your Slack connector. If you do not have an account with Globonet today, you can easily sign up for that account, and we can provide a free trial to help configure it to capture the data into M365. So you'll get a screen that you would put in your credentials that we would provide. At that point, a configuration wizard will pop up, and you can put in your organization domain at Slack. You hit next. You can see what we will be capturing from Slack to make that straightforward. And then you would configure the information. You go to source. You can add the dates if you want to go back in time and pull data, or just do it from today going forward, all configurable from within the screen. You would select the monitored users either via the API with Slack or maintaining a manual list. This is a great feature, so you can capture only the information you want from the users that you want. At that point, you would hit next, and you'll see the target is M365, so we can send the data directly into M365, and you can test the connection to make sure it's configured correctly. You'll end the configuration with enabling alerting and just you can set it up so you can get emails within your inbox if there are any issues that come up with the capture. You would save it, and then automatically pulls you back into the 365 Compliance Center, enabling automatic user mapping. This could be enabled with Slack. If the Slack accounts were set up with your M365 email address, it will automatically flow into the correct location. If not, no worries, because we can download a CSV mapping template, which is very easy to fill out. So you can map the Slack data to go exactly to the location you want inside of M365. You would provide admin consent just to make sure that everything that we went through is agreeable. And you would review and finish. It will show you what the configuration was. The connector is now complete and added, and you can go into the connectors icon, again, inside of M365, and see all the different connectors that have been set up and manage them from there. Once you close this out, you can now get a quick view of what the data looks like inside of M365, and we're able to capture many of the bolds and the underlines and even icons and different images that come through. We do it in a way that's easy for compliance and e-discovery to review messages and discover against those messages. With that, I will pass it back to Hamad to continue taking us through the Compliance Center.
Thank you so much, Sam. That was an awesome demo. Now you can see the data is imported into the mailbox of the user. This data is available across all compliance solutions. And to be able to use this data for compliance scenarios, you can simply go to the solutions catalog and pick the solution you would like to use. You can see the richness of Microsoft 365 compliance solutions here. For today's demo, let's pick Advanced eDiscovery. Click and open the solution. You can see the recent cases. And in the interest of time, I've already added a search for the text I'm looking for, and it is configured for this review set. And here you can see a search hit. It's based on the data that we just ingested from a Slack eDiscovery connector. You can double-click and see the full details of the message, which clearly shows the source attributes. You can learn more about connector configuration and availability in one of our scaling videos. Let's switch gears and talk about APIs. One of the key asks from our customers and partners is for APIs that enable integration of our compliance solutions with their existing applications and services. And to unlock this potential, we're announcing 3 new APIs. At the very high level, Graph API for Teams DLP enables third-party applications to leverage data loss prevention capabilities for Microsoft Teams. This is now generally available. Graph API for Teams Export enables third-party applications to provide enterprise information archival for Microsoft Teams. This is in public preview. eDiscovery APIs enables workflow automation and third-party application integration scenarios. This is in public preview. And of course, we are continuing to invest in our existing capabilities, such as Microsoft Information Protection, aka MIP SDK, which has added a number of new capabilities and hit the version 1.7 milestone. These APIs and SDK bring such a great value for our customers because now our customers can use these APIs to leverage their existing cross-platform investments in managing digital risk and compliance. With that, I would like to invite Thiaga Vasudevan, Head of Cloud Product from McAfee, to walk us through Teams DLP integration scenario. Thiaga, thanks for joining us. Please take it away.
Thanks, Hamad, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to be joining this Microsoft Teams Ignite session, where we shall be talking about McAfee's mVision Cloud, which is a cloud access security broker, or a CASB, and its integration with Microsoft's Graph APIs for Teams DLP. Before I start, I want to first say thank you to all for joining. These are all unprecedented times that we are living in, and I hope you're all being safe and staying healthy. COVID has changed the way we live, both on the personal front and professional front. Businesses are adopting newer means of collaborating and meeting with customers, vendors, and partners online as opposed to meeting them in person. This has led to a surge in the growth of Office 365, and particularly collaboration applications like Microsoft Teams. mVision Cloud has partnered with Microsoft Teams to be able to better protect your sensitive data being stored within Microsoft Teams. As a result of using the Change Notification API, we are able to receive notifications of files updated or messages posted in real time, and we can then perform DLP on that sensitive content. More importantly, based on the sensitivity of the data using the DLP policy patch API, we can then delete or block the content that is being posted. Keep in mind that from a customer standpoint, it's not just the sensitivity of the data, but also the context in which the data was posted that was important. So collaboration control on sensitive data becomes critical. We can do this in real time or at rest to be able to scan for content in a specific channel, for a specific user, etc. Now, apart from the DLP use cases, which use the Microsoft Graph APIs, there are other use cases from a security standpoint that mVision Cloud solves for. Access control, that is ensuring access is with the right context, managed device, right location, etc. Activity monitoring and UEBA, detecting anomalous behaviors and patterns using machine learning-based UEBA and proactively preventing threats on the Office 365 cloud. Connected apps control, its ability to detect and prevent risky applications from being installed on top of Microsoft Teams. Configuration and audit, ensuring the configuration of Office 365 is up to industry benchmark standards. With that introduction done, let's move into the demo, which is about Envision Cloud's integration with Microsoft's Graph API for Teams DLP. Let me describe this scenario for you. We took a very common scenario in NextGen Bank, which has now come up with a new cryptocurrency product. Jay is the head of marketing. He is posting something sensitive into a Teams channel that he's part of. But that channel also contains external or guest users. And as such, Envision Cloud, as a result of receiving notifications from Teams DLP APIs, can prevent such external sharing. We shall begin the demo where most customers start. That is, enable the API integration with Envision Cloud and Microsoft Teams. Within a matter of a few seconds, the API integration is established, and we start receiving Teams-related events from the customer's tenant. Next, we move on to create the DLP policy. Here, we're looking at two pieces of sensitive data, one which is a credit card, and one which is a social security number. But we will take response actions only when the channel contains guest users who are not from ngbank.com or the trusted partner McAfee.com. Sensitive data posted in such channels containing users from other domains should be blocked or deleted, and the users should be notified. Now that this is taken care of, let's move to the Teams setup. For this channel, we see Jay, who is a member of NG Bank, and he is collaborating with an external guest user, Bob, who is working on creating some marketing assets for Jay. In this channel, there is an existing conversation that is already going on between the two. And Jay is now asking Bob for the assets. Bob posts the assets, and Jay signs off saying that he'll review it with the team and get back. In the meantime, he realizes that he had to send his social security number to Sarah from HR, and accidentally he posts that social security number into this channel. However, because of the change webhook notification, the event is received by Envision Cloud and the message is blocked from sending, and the recipient's window shows that the message was deleted. As a result of this, a new incident has been generated, which gives Jenny in the SOC more details on what happened, including who was the user, which channel was this posted in, what was the sensitive data that was posted, etc. To summarize, with Envision Cloud's integration with Microsoft's Graph API for Teams DLP, customers can now protect their sensitive content, either files or messages being posted in Microsoft Teams channels. To know more about this integration or to know more about Envision Cloud, please visit McAfee.com/cloud. Thank you very much. Over to you, Hamad.
Thanks a lot, Thiaga. That was an exciting demo. As you can see, McAfee's Envision was able to use our Graph API for Teams DLP to not only capture Teams messages in real time, but also be able to apply DLP actions as and when there was a policy match. This is super powerful. And with that, now we are back to our ecosystem and extensibility investments. Let's talk about built-in customizations and adaptability of our compliance solutions. Today, we are announcing public preview of Power Automate connected integration, enabling customizable workflows for insider risk and communication compliance-related scenarios. Additionally, with the implementation of feedback loops, we are enabling our customers to enhance custom or built-in trainable classifiers based on their tenant-level data. So, to summarize, we have heard your feedback. We are simplifying our compliance management. We are making compliance platform extensible, and we are also making our compliance solutions adaptable. Please do tune into other sessions, read our blog posts, and get hands-on with our product investments. Thank you so much.